Hey fam, welcome back to another episode of I'm Telling You.
Telling You.
As always, your amazing, antics-filled, awesome host of dad jokes and movie quotes, Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Miss JD, clickety-clack, a fact checker.
Could you have limped in any softer with that? Jeez. Pretend like you're happy to be here. What the heck was that? Anyways, if you want to reach out to us to let us know that Miss JD should have come in a little bit harder like she always does, letting everybody down, hit us up at ity.directionsinmusic.org or individually at GEMINI
Or Philly D, PHILLYD at directionsinmusic.org.
Easy there, walking. Yeah, first-time listeners, this is a 30-year friendship with a fact checker keeping us corralled as we do dad jokes, movie quotes, and talk about everything
And nothing.
all at the same time. Yeah, it's quite comical. We get a lot of come back around again.
Watch us as we jump around, because sometimes it's just train of thought. Actually, it's pretty much always train of thought.
Yeah, we were actually talking on break before we got on. Was we more times than not, completely unbeknownst to us, we come back around again.
Yeah.
Where we started an episode, we actually finish and we go back and re-listen to it, and we're just like, how did we do that? We don't even know how this works. That's the mystery. That's the mystery of this. It's just it's what we do, right?
Maybe it's just the way our brain functions. I don't know.
It's probably all the alcohol. That's not a beer. That was a soda.
It was just
with alcohol in it.
cream soda.
No, it's a lager. I got me a lager. It's 4.9% lager. Yeah, no, I actually ran into somebody that called it that. They're like, "Oh, they have lagers," and I was just like,
They have a lager?
"Yeah, that's how you call it." Yeah, sure, okay.
A lager.
Is this the robot type of person?
No, I'm pretty sure they were out of country, so they had an accent of some sort. I cannot discern from where, but
Take one of your lagers.
yeah, no, I don't know, man. Sri Lanka, some shit. So I don't know. I'm not that smart. We know this by now. Why are you asking these things?
Damn.
You should ask me stuff about what the weather's like. I can talk about the weather. Yeah, but no, this is what we do. So in case you're literally checking in for the first time, hang in for an hour of this, and you're welcome.
Dish.
Yeah. This ish.
Dish.
Yeah. It's like siddle.
It's a mashup.
A settle for a little. It's got a siddle.
That's, yeah.
One of our many made up words that we do
make
here.
this stuff up as I go along. I don't know.
Because you can't write this.
It's siddles. It's got a siddle.
Literally can't write this. It just, we gotta,
Wouldn't want to. That's
that would be, I would feel bad for that writer.
if I had to write this, I would just be like,
yeah, that's just a very sad person. Their partners left them years ago. The dog is gone with them too. It's the worst country song is what it is.
Truck's all busted.
Oh, dude, it's the worst.
Left.
Oh, yeah.
Dog died.
You don't even have flat tires because you don't even have tires for your car. That's how sad it is.
You got flat blocks.
Yeah, man. You got empty, broken glass bottles. There's no alcohol.
Because your car's up on blocks.
You can't even afford the blocks. It's on a rock. It's just on a couple of pebbles, really. That's what,
You're lucky to get that.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
And we liked it that way.
Welcome to the show. This is it's the most beautiful, accurate description of us. So great that you're tuning in.
As we trip over the first 5 minutes as usual.
No, that's not, so usually we almost get through the whole intro elevator pitch, first time listener, and you're just already on this is where we're going. All right. You're like that excited Labrador on a walk where it's just yanking the freaking person. Apparently we're going over here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, no, that's which honestly, I've come to enjoy, appreciate, and accept. Honestly, I want to give that to Miss JD because now I don't have to be so focused on keeping you somewhat corralled that I can I too can let loose.
You can kind of space case yourself a little bit too.
A lot of it, honestly.
A lot of it.
Yeah. So thank you, Miss JD. I appreciate you. All right.
Slancha. Salut.
Nostrovia. Yeah, what's Prost. Do you know I'm sorry. My baby takes the morning train. Euro trip when you're in the freaking. If you're not
pretty good.
Yeah, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, if you're not a mank, you're a wank. Oh, you filthy frog tossers. Yeah, I freaking. Oh man, I love that guy. Freaking Vinnie Jones, I think is his name.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so. He does a lot of like Guy Ritchie stuff because he was in Snatch, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels,
Manchester United.
yeah, but he's done a bunch of stuff, and mostly as a pretty much like a badass.
What was the guy? You take cursing to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah, he's like, so I tell this one donkey to lick me yawbles, and he's just like, you guys are on a whole other level of swearing over here. Yeah, they really were. I don't know. Yeah, they say we butcher the language. I'm just saying, comparison.
Bro, Cockney is its own thing.
Dude.
It's not even really, it's like a language unto itself.
Well, yeah, because there's also
It's slang within slang within slang.
because then there's like within Cockney, there's the idea of utilizing a phrase where the word you end with rhymes with the actual word that you want to use. Well, your point in case is in Ocean's 11, I think Don Cheadle's playing an English guy and he's speaking Cockney, right? And he's the explosive expert. And he's talking about how if this, that, or the other happens, it'll be this, that, or whatever. And he's like, and we're all going to end up in Barney. And they're all looking at him like, what's Barney? And he's like, Barney Rubble, trouble. And it's like, that's the level of Cockney where he's not even using the word that rhymes with the word that he's using. It's the word that supports.
It's like, how do you not know this? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So where, he says Barney, that automatically translates into trouble because that rhymes with rubble from Barney Rubble. So it's just like,
But like any other language or dialect from Great Britain is going to be English except for Cockney. That's the one that just kind of stands out because it's not really English. It's really not English. It's just
You talking about Jason Statham?
no.
No, not him. So I'm pretty sure it's Vinnie Jones. He is.
Well, that's not the guy that actually does the Cockney is the one that's. I don't know, the one that's on the bus talking to that wasn't the same.
Oh, in Eurotrip. No.
Eurotrip.
No, he's the one that says, oh, you dirty frog tossers or whatever.
Yeah.
Which the behind the scenes where they're doing the cuts of that, he's just like, it's him just yelling absurdities upon
And he's cracking himself up like every other time.
He's breaking character left and right. It's just like 15 minutes of him yelling out a double decker, a lorry or whatever. He's just
picking
Jesus
different
Lord.
insults.
Yeah, and none of them make sense, honestly.
That's why he
But
keeps laughing.
I'm pretty sure his name's Vinnie Jones. He was the same guy that was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Well, they were both in a lot of the same movies together. That's
Yeah. Well, he was. Jason Statham was not in Gone in 60 Seconds, and I'm pretty sure he played. Oh, God, what was his name? He was a mortician, but what was his name in Gone in 60 Seconds? Oh my God,
I don't remember that.
it was Sphinx. No, that's not right. That was Angelina Jolie's name, wasn't it? Damn it. I'm not that smart, people. We know this. What? Why you gonna do? No, she's looking stuff up. I'm sure of this.
There's no judgment over here. There really isn't.
See, this is why you don't let me drink in the green room.
Why? Why?
Because I can't remember nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, the same.
wait, why?
Was it Sphinx?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sphinx. There you go. Yeah, and is it Vinnie Jones? Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Oh, 2 for 2. Ooh. Sorry, I did like the little Arsenio Hall air pump there. I know. Ba-da-da-da. What?
The guy that does a full-on Cockney accent. But he cracks me up in that movie, too.
Oh, in Eurotrip? Oh,
Yeah.
he's like a nobody as far as I'm aware. I've never seen him in anything
I may
but
have seen
that.
him in one other thing, but I mean,
No.
he's not really...
I've literally never seen him in anything other than Eurotrip. I'm pretty sure he's probably Cockney guy number 1. in Eurotrip. That's probably like his legit title. Like that's his role. I'm assuming. I'm probably completely wrong.
But that was such a memorable moment in that movie, though.
Well, yeah, because it was like a whole nother level of swearing. It's completely different. Nothing we've ever heard before.
Just to listen to it, you're just like, "What's going on right now?" I don't even.
Oh, you
know.
do. You had to like play it back 3 times
I don't
just
even,
to try. Like,
yeah, I don't.
You're
even
putting
know
on the subtitles and just like, yeah, no, you.
the subtitles are getting it all messed up.
No, that was Snatch, where Brad Pitt is the Pikey, where he literally gets the one part right before he tells them that his mom's partial to periwinkle blue. There's a Cockney subtitle section that you can on the DVD where you can, hey, boom, I want to, I don't want subtitles. However, when it comes to the Pikey spot, I want to,
See what it says.
Yeah, I want my Pikey, subtitle. And so it's going through and he's saying it. It don't sound like it, but you can read it and you're like, oh, okay, I get that. You get to one spot where all of a sudden where in the subtitles, they legit write, yeah, even we have no idea what he said right here. Like he's so lost in character that he, or is it heard? What's it heard? You're just like, I have no clue. I don't know. That's
Just question mark.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Where it's just like even we have no idea, and a couple, couple question marks or whatever. And then it's just like, and partial to periwinkle blue. And you're just like, there you go. You got all of that. Yeah. We wrote all of that down. That's what?
I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
but
I have no. I wrote it down, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's technically English, but not really.
Well, but that was Pikey, which is Gypsy Cockney.
Oh, now you're
that's a whole nother level of swearing.
You got levels upon levels.
Yeah, pretty much. What's up? What do you?
Yeah.
You like raising your, what is this class? I have a question.
The entire cast pulled up. Now I'm trying to find that person.
Which person? Oh, on Eurotrip?
The Cockney.
That's what I'm telling you. All right, so
isn't that Cockney guy number 1?
That's what Cockney guy, or Cockney bus guy number 1.
Or would just be Cockney guy because I don't know if there was another one.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the Yarbles guy. I don't know.
Yarbles guy.
I don't know. He would be one of the Manchester fans, one of the soccer hooligans.
A hooligan. Okay, they have a whole bunch of hooligans.
There you go. Yeah, so maybe there's like Cockney hooligan number 1, and then I have no.
It doesn't say anything about Cockney.
I know if there's a picture, he's gonna be very odd, in a sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have very beautiful teeth.
His face, he's very what do they call him? A Southie? Is that like? I think that's because that's like that tells what side of like London you come from or whatever. Or
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, it's like within like London, Britain, all that. Like there's different areas where the Cockney is also different.
Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's like subset of dialects.
Subdivisions.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it's too complicated.
That's something that people should probably write into us about. ITY directionsmusic.org. Don't look at me with that tone of voice.
I think Cockney was actually it's like there's so much slang in the language. I think it was actually used as to communicate without others knowing what you're saying. There was a reason why they.
I mean, I think
historically speaking,
I think that's where a lot of slang comes from. It's just having that like that double speak in a sense.
But it's actually in that dialect. Like there is like I said, it's technically English, but somebody who speaks and was raised with the Queen's English would have no idea what a Cockney was saying.
Well, I mean, think about this. Like back in the day,
if you weren't raised in that area,
dude. Back in the day, we had what 5.0 because police officers typically had a Crown Victorian with a 5.0 liter engine.
No, I think that was from Hawaii 5.0. Actually,
no, it was the engines. I'm telling you, man. Look this up.
I did. It said something about Hawaii 5.0.
Dude, that's BS. It's because the cars they all had Ford 5.0s in them.
Are you sure?
And it said 5.0 on the side of the cars.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you. This is a thing. It's for real.
Well, where did it come from with Hawaii 5.0? Like, why was it 5.0?
I don't know. It was like halfway done.
Yeah. What's with the 50?
Yeah, that's a good
Is that
question.
some kind of slang like 5150?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean,
maybe 189.
you know what 5150 is, right?
Baskin and Robbins. Wait, no, that's 31.
Loco.
You're loco.
5150.
What's 5150?
Loco.
Why is that loco?
I have the answer. if you'd like to
Third
know.
base. Oh yeah, there you go. What's up? Yeah, tell us which one of us is incorrect, because it's probably both of us. Hey, I'm putting money on it. I'm probably wrong. I'm just gonna say. Yeah, what's your source?
5.0 liter Ford Mustang, which is used as a police car in some areas. This is the term from Hawaiian 5.0 is referred to. In
So
the
we're both
above
right.
Answer.
How are we
So
both
from that
right?
point,
We're both right.
What? This is no. Something's got to be wrong. You got to.
But the slang 50 came directly from the show Hawaii 50. But you're saying 50 came from the 5-liter engine.
I always heard it from my people it was because all the cars had 50s in them and it said 50 on the side because Ford was like all braggy about the fact that it was a 5.0. I mean, that was their engine. I mean,
Yeah.
that the 50 is
And it was
Ford's,
beautiful.
Chevy 350.
Oh, also,
Oh.
the other reason is because it says a police officer from a hand warning goes from flashing sirens goes from 5 to 0. So showing like a hand signal for a police siren is actually the signal of 5 and 0 as well.
Oh.
I'm curious if that's like a red swing line staper thing where it's
Like open fist, close fist.
Yeah,
well, they're just like, well, how do you, there you
did
go.
that come after the fact?
There you go.
Was that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Did the movie make that? Who knows? I mean,
Seriously, who knows?
see, but that's what I'm saying. I know
Sometimes that's the way
that
things
I
work.
know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's how things work. I mean, things are named by popular opinion or by, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
By some kind of anecdotal whatever.
I mean, the best names come that way. That's why, it's funny because it's true. Like when you're giving a wedding
was
toast.
his name really Robin Hood? No.
No, but he was Robin from the hood. No, that's not right.
Well, he was Robin of Locksley.
He was Robin and lived in the hood. That's what it was. No, he was Robin who was in a hood because he
Wore
was
a hood.
hiding himself. Yeah. He was cloaking his face with the
Wore a
hood.
and he hung in the hood and
No, he wasn't in the hood. Nobody liked him in the hood. He was all posh and shit. That's why Little John was like, I'm going to fight you. This little punk in the hood. Who you think he is? Oh.
I don't know where we went just then.
To Robin Hood. I don't know why, but,
That part was my fault.
we'll bring it back around again. That's how.
5-0. Hawaii 5-0.
Why 5-0 to Robin Hood?
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
That's like the other side of the coin, I guess.
You're the other side of the coin.
Yes, I am.
Wait, does that make you heads or tails? Yes.
Vinnie Jones.
I don't even.
Hooligans.
Who? What happened?
No, we're at no point
I'm so
anywhere.
rewinding.
We're in the Bermuda Triangle of the conversation right now.
Who's a hooligan? What? What happened?
Oh, you spin me right around, baby, right around. Oh, squirrel.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Yeah, no. I'm telling you. I was
pretty good,
Was the
actually.
movie Up with the dog?
Yeah.
He's like, I am Doug. I'm a dog. Squirrel. Good to meet you, Doug the dog. What the hell? I don't even see a squirrel. What is this dog talking about? Wait, this dog is talking. It doesn't even sink in that the dog talks, but hey, cool, it's whatever. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Vinnie Jones, man. Vinnie Jones is hilarious.
The best was a Doberman whose voice box was all jacked up, and he was talking in a real high pitched voice, and all the other dogs were laughing at him.
Oh, God.
Dude, Pixar actually does pretty good.
Shut up!
Yeah. Helium voice. That's hilarious.
That's not funny!
No, you're not.
This tangent was brought to you by both of us. What is this, like a 7%? actually, that one is. That is a 7%.
It's like a 6
It's a 7.6 in the head.
It is a 7.6. Okay.
Come on, bro. Dude, I know. Come on.
It's less than 9.6.
It was in my fridge. I know what it is. I rhymed right there. I'm so,
Do you know what everything in your fridge is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Actually, yeah, because I went through it pretty recently.
There's nothing growing? Or was there something growing in there?
I think so. I may or may not have caught it in time. However, it's no longer there, so it's moot.
So, I mean, did you quite possibly kill off a colony of some kind of life form?
The claw. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Or they were in their infancy. They might have just been like starting to.
What was that from Men in Black?
What was that?
With the
Oh no, the watch. Yeah, no, or it was what did they say? Oh God, I forget.
All hail.
Yeah, all hail Jay. All hail Jay. Yeah, that's one of them, but
he was like a god to them.
Because he gave the clock tower, the clock tower.
He's like, I'm gonna need my watch back.
Yeah, well, he needed it because it was timed for a certain event, and so they were like, "Oh, the watchtower," and then he's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna give you this new John. It's got like," and then they're just like, "Good sir, what is your name?" He's, "Oh, I am Jay." And they're, "Oh, hail Jay! Oh, hail Jay! Can you?" It's just like, what? Yeah. They also had like their own porn section because of the car. Oh my God.
I'm just thinking Beetlejuice when you're looking through the tiny town.
Honestly, it's very reminiscent of that. Yeah, model town in that sense because it was small scale.
What's that?
Yeah, dude. No, it was
My word.
all girl nude review, whatever or something. You just like come rolling up, be like $5 cover. Ladies and gentlemen, to the center stage, welcome. You're just like, oh my God. Yeah, that's what it was. It was freaking furry orgy in a strip club. Oh, okay. Why are we even talking? What happened?
I don't know what happened.
It's like I had something in this hand that made me forget about what was in this hand.
This is the thing about train of thought.
We have none. Well, at least in here we don't. Again, dude, you can't let me drink in green room. This is your fault. You encourage this behavior.
I don't know how a train can operate without tracks.
I mean, there's an engineer.
But somehow this one does. It's like the Great Space Coaster.
I mean, we don't really go anywhere.
Do you remember the Great Space Coaster?
It's kind of like a big loop. Well, I remember Magic School Bus.
That's not the same thing.
Dude, Magic School Bus is doper.
It's not the same thing.
It's way doper.
It's not the same thing.
The dopest.
It's not the same thing.
Better.
It's true.
Like, it's not the same thing. It's like
picture pages.
Like Bill Nye, the science guy, Mr. Wizard.
No, because he's not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
That's because Mr. Wizard is like the Bob Ross of wizardry.
A pervy, touchy-feely kind of guy.
I don't know what you're saying,
Mr. Wizard. I'm not a big Bill Nye guy.
Wait, are you implying something about Bill Nye? Is this like breaking news?
I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know if it's breaking or news. I'm just saying it's.
I feel like you're saying some shit.
Mr. Wizard was on another level. I mean,
I can agree to that. I don't feel like you're. I think you're speculating, and you're treading pretty heavy. You should tread lightly. And
the dude,
the dude abides.
He was the dude.
Man, I love the Big Lebowski.
Right.
I mean, dude, I think.
No, but seriously, Mr. Wizard was the dude.
Any movie with John Goodman that I'm aware of has always been awesome, including little known.
Not to mention Steve Buscemi.
Little known John Goodman movie.
He was really funny in that, Steve Buscemi.
King Ralph.
The funny looking guy.
Yeah.
What?
King Ralph.
King Ralph.
So speaking of Cockney.
Uh-oh.
So here's the premise of the movie, right? The royal family, the entire royal family gets together for like family reunion, and they decide to have family photo. It's England, where it rains a lot, and it's a large family. So in order to illuminate said large family, you would need quite a flash. Quite a flash.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because it was quite a flash. So much so that with said precipitation causing which is hilarious because it was aluminum. But anyway, so the metallic bleachers that they're all standing on within the massive puddle of moisture as this illumination sparks for this photo.
Illumination.
Magic circle. The entire royal family is electrocuted.
Of course.
Right. So that you're talking like 60 some odd members of succession so that, as this person dies, next person in, line, blah, 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 blah.
It's like nobody left.
All the way down to lost half sibling heir, John Goodman, a American lounge singer / bowler.
Nice.
Yeah, like the epitome of what the British family is not on all levels. Think Uncle Buck, basically. But, John Goodman.
The Uncle Buck of the royal family.
Yeah, pretty much. And so now all of a sudden he's supposed to be like new heir to the throne. Yeah, King Ralph. Check this movie out. It's quite hilarious. Yeah, it really does display quite the hierarchy of what is proposed societal norms and expectations. It really does paint a pretty accurate picture in a very satirical manner, in a joyful light. I mean, it's John Goodman.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie.
But no, I have not seen said film.
Yeah, like I think he winds up getting like a bowling alley put into like the freaking into the palace and shit. And, I mean, and he has like, he's playing the grand piano, like rocking it like freaking, Fats Domino, Tutti Frutti, all that good shit.
Well, if you're
like
the king,
homeboy can like lounge it up. Like he knows how to play.
You can't go out to the bowling alley.
Right. And that's one of his things.
You got to bring the bowling alley to you.
Yeah. So he so there's like scandal because he goes out and then he starts dating a commoner. Oh my. Yeah. So there's, yeah, which I mean, what was it, the freaking Meghan Markle back in the day when she was starting to date one of the princes or whatever? She's not of royalty. And there's like, I don't know, whatever. Like, I never got that. Like, didn't they used to do that back in the day where they would like mix different regions by offering their children?
Well, it was how you formed alliances.
Right. So that if you wanted to like come into that land, you would, offer one of your sons to the ruler, the current rulers. Yeah. You would give it to the daughter so that she would become your royalty and you would accept her as your family and our family. And then that's how you could take over that land. Like, come on, man.
Well, and usually...
Isn't that how this works? I don't know. I'm not royalty.
And usually...
I'm a royal pain in the ass.
Usually with the daughter being transferred, you would get a whole bunch of other stuff, too. Yeah.
A dowry.
You get a dowry along with
Well, I think that was common, but I'm talking like higher scale than that. So like in that sense...
Which is why in some cultures...
You're talking like acres of land
if they're female. Yeah, well...
Blasphemer! She's a witch! Sorry.
Some countries where it's that bad, If you can't bring an heir into this world,
Dude, wasn't China like that for a while?
I think so.
Or still maybe they're like the one kid rule or something, or you want to have more, you got to like petition or some shit. I don't know.
I don't think they have that rule anymore, but yeah, it used to be.
If they do, it's just
a male.
It's more just on a tax basis.
Well, yeah, because that's the only way your name continues. With a girl, you don't,
Well, that's true.
Well, no, that was like one of the big things. Like as you were talking about, like, because people were legit killing their kids because giving up from adoption or all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, you like.
Isn't that when we like started like adopting all the Chinese kids because they had so many?
Hope a coyote find it or something. Like they just kind of leave it out in the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ding dong.
Just bring it up on a mountain and just set it somewhere and take off. Yeah.
Float it down the river, see where it happens.
Yeah, well, that's not historical at all. Well, I don't know. Well, thank goodness this country's never been like that.
Well, there's plenty of kids left on doorsteps in this country.
Well, no, but I mean, it's hard to imagine a culture where that's the norm.
Sorry, I'm just being a pain in the butt.
Having a girl would be such a bad thing for your future. As far as like, well, oh, great, now I have to basically give up half of what I own to whoever I marry my daughter off to.
I don't know. I mean, I have a girl and she's dope.
So I mean, and there are.
So I don't know if that's real.
There are some cultures where they've, if they didn't have a son.
I don't have any culture, so.
You don't. You really don't.
Or class.
Neither do I.
Why
don't you call me sometime when you don't have any class?
Yeah, I'm like high school in the summertime. I got no class. That was a solid number 2. Yo, that freaking that number 2 pencil joke you were oh my God.
See again.
I don't know, just the, solid number 2 got me to the number 2 pencil joke where she was like, yeah, trees poop. How do you think they get a number 2 pencil? Oh, that's horrible. Bum.
Horrible yet funny.
Isn't that what we do here? We're like horribly funny.
Horribly funny. Just terrible.
No, don't look. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, dude, aren't you glad I made you watch
that reminds me of?
Dude, it's Pee Wee Herman.
No, that reminds me of Tom Hanks when he's stuck in the floor in Money Pit and he like fell through the floor in the carpet.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm up here. Yeah, he's just like, he's hysterically because he's just losing it. He's starting to like lean into it. He's just like, it is what it is. Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
Just stuck on the floor, like halfway in.
Yeah, with the rug.
Just bringing him food up there and shit.
Dude, you know what? That is a classic. I have not seen Money Pit in a while.
I don't remember. Did you have to go to the bathroom through that?
We're not going to talk about it.
I can't remember.
Neither confirm nor deny that at this point.
I'm just thinking about that. That would suck.
Well, I mean,
but it made for a good movie.
Depends on what end you're talking about. Being stuck in the floor, perhaps. Sure. However, you don't have to clean up after yourself because you're like, well, I mean, I'm stuck here. I literally can't help you. I'm sorry. If you could help me, we wouldn't even be. So this is really your fault for not being able to help me out is what it is. It's like, it's the ultimate narcissistic trap where it's just like, no, this is not my fault for once.
So I can just sit here and shat myself and
do it away, bro. Do it away.
do it away.
Do.
I've just got carte blanche right now.
Well, I mean,
I guess it wouldn't be blank. It would be
card blanket.
It wouldn't be white anymore.
I mean, but if you're literally stuck in my floor in that fashion, I mean, you're honestly, I can't hold you liable for your actions. So I mean, yeah, that's on me. I can't get you out of the floor fast enough that you can't, Now, if you do it in like the first 3 minutes, that's on you.
It was.
I'm making you clean that shit up.
All bunched up in the rug too, right? It was like inside the rug.
Can we not do? Doo-doo is funny. I don't want to visualize this.
No, but I mean, didn't he fall through the floor in the rug? Like the whole rug and everything fell with him.
Well, also the tub too. Like I think there was a couple of floor scenes. This was just a really bad choice. Let's be honest.
The tub already fell through the floor and landed, but did not break on the bottom floor. So it was just chilling down there at that point already.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
They had already moved it,
and the stairs fell. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. There was a multitude of things falling in this house. It's a bad idea. As well as then they went downhill at that one point and then landed in the one statue fountain where it was like peeing on them or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you all haven't seen another great 80s movie, Money Pit. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what we should, as we morph the show, I'm telling you, we're going to recall all 80s movies. And we're going to tell you why they're amazing and you should only watch these.
And the more obscure ones too, right?
Dude, well, I mean, so to us, they're not obscure, right?
No, but to people who you automatically go to stuff like Breakfast Club. Like that's the norm. But I'm saying there's a lot of movies that came out during that era.
But see, Breakfast Club transcends multiple generations, whereas that's where we get into the obscurity in that aspect because you're going to get into a very specific audience.
But I'm saying when it comes to that genre, it's very mainstream. Whereas
in that classification, I get that.
Some of these movies have fallen through the cracks a little bit. Like I would consider I would consider Uncle Buck mainstream for my generation, but anybody after that wouldn't necessarily look at that, you know, or Back to School, or, you know, some of the other ones that didn't necessarily take the spotlight, but they were ones that we remember from childhood.
And yeah, I mean, I want to agree with that. So yeah, if you
Like
talk
you remember
to,
Gremlins, but maybe Uncle Buck wasn't really high on your list, you know.
but yet, but if you were to talk to like
Change
one
it
of
up.
us, like we would be able to recall it. Whereas, yeah, if you just talk to somebody off the street, they're going to be like, what? Uncle who? What do you- I don't know what. Yeah, but you talk to any like one of our people in our relative genre of like, or, you know, age group of that genre, that's where they're going to be like, oh yeah, dude, I saw that plenty of times. Yo, Great Outdoors. I remember that candy bar when they put it on the, and he was just like, oh my God. And then the bear came and then he shot the bear. Remember that? Wasn't there that one scene where they were like, yeah. And everybody always recalls the whole like freaking raccoons with the hot dogs, lips and assholes.
The old 96, I remember.
How can you not, dude? Gotta
That's nothing but fat and gristle.
Yeah, see top looking freaking Andre the Giant dude standing behind him. He's not done yet.
You got to eat it all.
Yeah, dude.
You ain't done.
Yeah, man. But that was also like, think about this. That was coming off of the
So you had to eat
70s.
that just so that was free, or so that everybody's meal was free?
Everybody's plus swag. They were getting like t-shirts and desserts and yeah, there's the whole. But no, so it was but so think about this. Movie wise, timing. You're talking about coming from 70s, like late 70s into the early 80s with the SNL crew at that point, which is Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, you know, Steve Martin, Martin Short, all
And
those cats.
that's what was feeding the mainstream movie.
Well, yeah, because you're getting three
Yeah.
Amigos, right?
Yeah,
You're getting
yeah.
Stripes, you know,
Stripes.
Meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's so many classics. And that's when, you know,
And that
Great
all
Outdoors,
really
Uncle
came.
Buck.
Yeah. That's true. That did all come kind of
Yeah,
from
because
that
as John
relationship.
Hughes like starts to step into the, you know, the picture, you're really starting to transcend. So you're not getting just like Ivan Reitman and all those cats.
But I mean, Saturday Night Live would kind of, in a way, kind of handpick and train the new generation of Hollywood.
It has, I think, a few times.
I mean, it's almost like which comes first. Like,
Well, same
you know,
thing with Disney,
is
bro.
that
Think
the
about
cart
it.
or the horse? Like, I don't
No,
really-
so think about it. You get Disney.
Color too.
Well,
And Mad TV.
Well, yeah. So
I mean,
that's-
like
that's
they
what I'm
all
saying.
they
So
all
you
had
get-
their own talent to begin with, but I'm saying,
Right.
like which came first? It's almost like did Saturday Night Live provide a spotlight for these guys that eventually made their career, or was it like their career just happened to coincide with that whole relationship? Like what?
Well, no, because Bill Murray. I mean, so like several of those individuals weren't staples of Saturday Night Live. They were doing cameos. You know, they were only popping on for episodes here and there. There were a few individuals, and that's why I was saying the whole Disney thing. There's always those few individuals where they utilize that as the platform to really just kind of put themselves out there. You know, like, I mean, I want to say like, so Lonely Island, you know, Andy Samberg, he did the SNL thing, but when he got that clout, he pushed towards Lonely Island so he could help his other friends out. Same thing that like, you know, Adam Sandler did. Mm-hmm. Adam Sandler had his crew, and, you know, David Spade and all them. He gets the in, and he's like, you know, hey, I got a couple of friends, hey, you know, and brings them in. So there's definitely plenty of scenarios where people utilize the platforms as well as the platforms utilize the people.
Well, when Adam Sandler was cutting those audio tapes, though, that was during the same time that he was on Saturday Night Live. That kind of, they fed each other.
Some of them, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, they work in that
If
fashion.
he ever had anybody on the tapes, it was the same guys that he would partner up with on Saturday Night Live.
Well, yeah, so same regard.
Also the same guys that ended up in all of his movies.
Justin Timberlake did Dick in a Box with yeah, but he did it on SNL with Andy Samberg.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden you see Lonely Island comes out with their album. Lo and behold, one of those tracks is Dick in a Box. Right, but that was so. Who's to say which one was like? Maybe they came to Lorne Michaels and was just like, "Hey, we got an album. Like me and my guys, we put all this together. We want to get this, that, and the other." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I can get you hooked up, and you get the the right individuals to pop on the album with you." Then all of a sudden, it's like, "Hey, let's put this out on the show first." Then all of a sudden, we can test the waters. Mm-hmm. It goes well. It did. Cool. Let's put that album out there. So that's why I'm like, there's plenty of evidence that supports that there's, people using the platform and the platform using the people. Where you're taking that talent, you're like, hey, this is my cash cow. I'm going to pump this out. Whereas there's also the option of the others where it's like, hey, I could use this. This is a great stepping stone. And they do.
Yeah.
So regardless, we get some great antics and entertainment out of it.
We sure have.
Yeah, because in case you don't know, Lonely Island, dude, their debut album is hilarious. I mean, it is intelligent, well produced. It is a quality production, no doubt. Dude, it is. As comical and asinine as it is a well produced project. Dude, I said the same thing about when they did the Smash Brothers, when they were making fun of Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire. Dude, it is absolutely hilarious, nonstop, shenanigans. However, it is so well put together production-wise. It is a pure joy to watch, listen, everything. It's a complete and utter mockery. But like it's so well done.
I'm just thinking about that track.
Kwanzaa, taking a box. Yeah,
But it was all done like with this serious tone.
Yeah. Well, so think about
if you look at it and just try to take it seriously, like if it's a real thing.
But that was the thing is, I feel like
it was produced just like an old 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, 90s. What is 90s? It like 80,
80s,
like 88, 92.
Yeah. Okay.
Cusp of the crossover. Because you still have like that Miami Vice.
Well, like that old,
freaking, the white with the pink and
like the R&B track,
Yeah. At the playground. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like 80, 89, 90, 91. Yeah, it was like that section. But
anyhow, where were we?
But I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
What would you say you do?
I don't know what I do. This is it.
Well,
this is what I do.
It's what we do. But yeah, no, Lonely Island. I definitely think intelligent, capable, phenomenal. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, dude, we went from freaking Guy Ritchie doing Cockney.
That's cool. Just go on. I mean, you created something original, created something different.
Yeah, well, and that's why, like, Hot Rod. I mean, I'll be honest, dude. Andy Samberg. When I was introduced to him, I was not watching SNL at this point because all of those cats had left, which was like Chris Rock, David Spade, Chris Farley, and Adam Sandler, all those cats. So I had already kind of like stopped watching. So my introduction to him, not knowing he was on SNL at that point, was the movie Hot Rod.
Okay.
And I'm on a plane coming back from Vegas. Yeah, and it was an early morning flight. We had partied the night before. I'm pretty sure that was the night that I went to the club and like spent way too much money.
Yeah.
But it was totally worth it. Slept for like 2 hours, crammed all my stuff into a bag and just like crawled to the freaking airport. Yeah, pretty sure. But here I am on this, crappy 5.5 hour flight back because of the way we took. Because we went like up and over, what it is. So I get a movie out of the deal and it's Hot Rod. So I'm like hung over as can be, just like exhausted, way too much stuff in my system at this point. Like, dude, I'm just like, I should not be in a good mood. And I'm pissing myself. I mean, I'm like, dude, people in the plane are turning around like, what is going on, Patrick? I am laughing so hard at this movie. It was hilarious. And that's my introduction to him. And yeah, I actually started watching SNL a little bit at that point because I wanted to see more of his stuff. And that's right about the same time where all of a sudden Dick in the Box and then the whole Lonely Island production came out. And I've been a avid fan of Lonely Island ever since, as well as Andy Samberg, period. Because, I mean, dude, he's in a new movie. I was telling you about this before, where it was a time travel or a time loop perspective. The movie's called Palm Springs. It's him, J.K. Simmons. I kept saying Tracy Minotti. Oh God, but it's Christy Milotti is her actual name, I think. I don't know. I probably screwed that up. I always get it wrong. But anyways, so Palm Springs, where it's a serious role with antics.
Right.
Because, I mean, life, to me at least, has humor behind it.
Well, it should.
It was, even in its most severe or sincere moments, there's still some hilarity, I feel. But so in this movie, very much in that regard. So he's playing a serious role because what they're discussing, the principles, the ideas, the psychology behind it, you know, the understanding, the mindset you have to be in to even comprehend this is very, very deep. But it's still also very comical. And I think that's something that I very much enjoyed, you know, even with like Adam Sandler, because while his stuff is very much childish dick and fart jokes, there's still, it is, but there's still an honesty to it that his humor adds the levity. It brings that honesty to it, that it could take a very sincere moment and allow it to have humor.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's something that I pretty much fell in love with the idea of like, Andy Samberg and Lonely Island stuff. You know, it's just because, going back, the whole Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire poetic opera rap thing that they did, there were some aspects to it that were very dark, very personal, very deep, and promoted a very in-depth psychological look at life, personalities, what it is to have priorities and where to put them. And it made light of it without being jovial. So it wasn't like poking fun or diminishing. It was adding that levity to that depth. And I think that's a very beautiful thing because, while we can't always laugh at everything, there should at least be some sort of joy that you can draw from all things. I mean, I think that's where the growth comes from, coming out of that pain. So while, again, you may not be able to make light of it, you can at least take the joy from it in that sense. So, I mean, that's what I get out of it. Sorry, I should have prefaced maybe. I don't know. Did I just go off for a while? My bad.
It's all good. I'm loving it.
McDonald's.
What?
I'm loving it. Yeah, there. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
I'm into nuggets, yo. I'm into nuggets.
You're funny.
All right, so we got really serious and we're starting to get loopy, which probably means that we're getting somewhere near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're like 10 minutes out. Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
First time listeners, take this as a note. All of you who have been with us, yeah, you know where we're at.
But also, first time listeners, don't ever ask, what's this show going to be about?
We do no.
We can't answer you. We have no answer for that question.
See, this is
in the moment.
We got to name this idea of all right. So I always draw to the reference of because to me, I think it's the epitome of what it is. That the story of the one guy, Brett Weinstein, reaches out to Joe Rogan because he wants to have a conversation with Jordan Peterson about Hitler specifically.
Right. Yeah.
And so Joe Rogan's like, yeah, of course, hey, you know him. I know. All right, cool. And, they set it up. They wind up the three of them having a 3-hour conversation.
And only talking for
the
5 minutes.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes of it is actually the true purpose behind the whole reason of having the
conversation planned.
Yeah, because it's just like all of a sudden it's just like as they're like, oh yeah, no, that's this has been a great talk, and it's just like, this is kind of funny. I asked you originally because I wanted to talk about Hitler, and we never. It's just like, oh hey, let's talk about that real quick.
Oh my god, let's meet up again next week.
And then, they talk for like 5-ish minutes on it, and they wrap it up, and then it's just like done. But that's the thing is like so. We could have all the intention of the world of bringing somebody on or just having a conversation between any of us and being about this thing, and it's still probably not going to be about that thing.
That's it. And that's like why I say like half the time, like I don't even like to write notes.
It's futile at this point. I think you've come to.
It's ridiculous. Like
it's not going to happen, bro.
Well, because you lose that. And remember I was saying like, I've been really kind of, watchdogging myself as far as, when it comes to content that you don't want to fall into a niche where you're just kind of reading from a script. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't lend any credibility.
Yeah. You've used the analogy or the story of that one reporter where he was so dry and concentrated on his agenda.
I think it was
where he's just like he asks the question, gets an answer, then he just like moves on. It's just like that was kind of.
I think it was
like first time interviewer type.
Well, it was a college. So it was a speaker that was going to a college university, and one of the kids that was helping host the whole thing was supposed to be there as he would basically ask the questions from this guest. And it totally lost its credibility with me when, here's this guy that you're supposed to venerate, this guy that you've waited so long and you've probably spent
you want to like fanboy
to try to make sure you get him into your set and everything. And
yeah, you want to like fanboy all over him.
He starts,
so bro, this one time when you were like,
but I mean, he starts going off and waxing poetic on an answer. And it's almost like this kid's trying to cut him off so he can get to the next question.
Yeah. Cause he's so focused and
I feel like that's where you've lost it.
Yeah. So what would you say was the whole purpose behind the reason why you're just like,
I think you just have to.
Were you listening?
Like I said, like I don't like calling it an interview if what we do is
but we don't do that.
Get together. But I mean, like I may have questions for you, but I'm not going to sit
part
there
of a conversation.
Write them all down. Like it's just like, wow, these are things that I would just naturally be curious about when it comes to talking to somebody who does X.
And we've made note of it, and you agreed to the idea was that just like Joe Rogan, where he'll have like a list of questions that he does have, doesn't mean that he's going to use them. But
he might not ask any, or he might
ask them all.
It might make him think of a series of other questions. And like, you can't lock yourself in with any one set, thing, because I think life just comes at you. And you
let's call this, let's talk about Hitler, the paradox. I don't know, something like that. Because I don't want to just call it like the Hitler paradox, because that doesn't sound right. But it's like, let's talk about Hitler paradox. It's like, wait, what is that? It's like, oh, so it's kind of like the Mandela effect. But however, like, wait, what? Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, but that's your excuse. That's your reasoning behind getting together is to have, we're going to have this really interesting, deep seated conversation about,
open and accepting, conversation.
Like guess what I heard about, this historically was a lot different than we'd heard and blah, blah, blah. And
see, Andy, no, as you just said that, you know what triggered in my brain?
What?
Conversation we were talking about before was the show Drunk History, where people get like butt wasted and then like try to like. Dude, it is hilarious. I finally went through
historical.
Yeah, I went through and finally watched all seasons, like both seasons of it, like all the episodes and everything.
Wait,
because you were talking about the one show where I hadn't seen.
Is this like as a group you have to come up with the winning story as far as?
Well, so I feel as though the overall
like you're going to say Boston Tea Party, like okay, go.
I feel
you wait until they all get drunk.
I feel the premise is that there's a party. And so the host is, because there's a couple where he actually hangs out with just an individual.
Okay.
And yeah, they're full well aware that it's like, I need to be, shit-faced. So some of them would drink prior so that as he's showing up, they're just like, come on in. And you're just like, what?
They actually schedule like the person, and then when they show up, they let the person read the story if they don't already have one, and they'll read it over, and then they'll drink, and then they'll try and like get it out after they become.
Try and recount the story.
Well, yeah, because there's ones where you see. Well, yeah, because there's some where some of the episodes, like the smaller ones, they're just talking to people and they just do like a quick little story and they don't animate it and they don't have the extra scenes and stuff. So they're like talking to people in the bar. So there's a couple of just like, I want to say off the cuff, but then there's several that it's very much, they literally schedule time. You're coming over, you're getting, bombed out of your mind and you're going to tell me this story. And dude, there's a few of them that wind up like needing the trash can, and it is horrible. But the stories are just, it is phenomenal. Yeah, Drunk History
for this show. Drunk History.
So King Ralph. let's do a checklist on this. King Ralph. Anything by Guy Ritchie.
And now we're talking about this one.
No, there were several more in between.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, no, but
there's always more.
Open your mind, expand your horizons.
Agreed.
Dig deep, listen, watch, ingest. Dude, it is. I know.
It is. It's almost that time. Just well, you keep talking about us going over now, so I'm like.
We are always on time. We are perfect and amazing. It's just how it is.
That's how it is.
Hollywood magic. You're welcome.
Hollywood? No, better than Hollywood.
Pennsylvania magic. Potholes. Welcome to cheesesteaks and potholes. You're welcome.
Wow, you're really selling the sizzle there.
We have brotherly love here as well, though. Whereas I think it's only Philly. I don't know.
It may just be a name only.
Yeah, I think that's Philly. Philly's the city of brotherly love. Yeah. Well, anyways, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, GMI.
You know how this goes. They could just do it themselves now.
I know, right? You fill in the blank here, but yeah, no. This is I'm telling you. If you want to reach out to us, ity@directionsmusic.org or individually. Gemini, GMINI, or Philly D, PHILLYD @directionsmusic.org. Yeah, and as always, I'm just going to say, hey, we appreciate you, we love you. Thank you for stopping in, checking us out.
Yeah, keep conversation alive, man.
Yeah, reach out to us. Yeah, love yourself, love everybody else, but be good to yourself, be good to everyone else.
Yep, much love.
Peace.